Welcome to the Smooth Forest Fitness Podcast. I am Lamar, your host, and I have the honor to introduce Michelle Lewis. Michelle is a blogger. How you doing, Michelle? Michelle is a
I'm good.
blogger, humanitarian, retired Army paratrooper, and staff sergeant during Operation Iraqi Freedom, survivor of several military attacks, an ABC Titan Game Season 2 competitor, and much more. So you doing all right? How you doing, Michelle? How's everything going?
I'm good. How are you doing? And thank you for
I'm
having me.
Thank you for being on the Smooth Force podcast. I really appreciate it. I'm doing well. You are a interesting person. Like you are legitimately an interesting person. I could safely say most people have not experienced being part of Iraqi freedom, being in the military at a young age, and that is a lot. You're here, and I just want to talk a little bit about that before we get into all the other excellent things that you do. So I like to start off with that you entered the military at 18 and eventually was part of a security team in Iraq, which took enemy fire. How did you handle that situation?
Since there were multiple ones, I'll just talk about the first one. The first
Oh,
one,
wow.
I was obviously I was shocked. It was the first one, but I handled it really well. I definitely leaned on my training and got
Okay.
the job done exactly how it was supposed to happen. So I handled it
Oh,
really well.
wow. Wow. See, that's an experience that most people haven't experienced, fortunately. And for you to handle it at
Yeah,
such a
fortunately.
young, yeah, for you to handle it at such a young age, it's impressive. It's a lot. I don't know how well I would have done in that situation, but you're here, you got through it. I'm glad you got through it. Uh and it just adds to your level of what's a good word? Your level of excellence, I guess. Let's use that word. It adds to your level of excellence. Okay. So you mentioned you
Aw, thank
mentioned
you.
yeah, you mentioned that nothing good comes from war. And I understand where that opinion comes from. You're now a humanitarian who visited countries which include Colombia, Bali, Peru, Amsterdam, and Mexico. Which one of those countries were do you feel you influenced the most?
Hands down, Colombia. I
Okay.
moved back in 2021. I lived there for 2.5 years, and
Okay.
my entire mission there was to help the people. A lot of my other travels have been recreational fun, but I specifically moved in 2021 to live life and purpose, and that's a part of my purpose. So yeah,
Nice.
that's one of the things I'm probably the most proud of that I've done in my entire life.
Nice. Nice. I have some friends who've been in Colombia. I hear good things about Colombia. I haven't been there yet. Maybe next year I'll go. And I saw a post. You was playing basketball. Are you a basketball player?
No, I actually did not make the high school basketball team, but
Oh, you
when I
didn't.
moved out there, I met a the kids' head coach, and I just started volunteering with them. So they're kind of like, I did a lot of work there, from food drops to teaching English, but that specific group of kids are kind of like my babies. So yeah,
Okay.
I just really it was more like the basketball mom. But yeah, it was
Okay.
a good time. Yeah, but no, I did not play basketball.
He didn't. Okay. Okay. And teaching English. You was
No.
teaching English there. How did that go?
It was really cool because one, I'm not fluent in Spanish. I'm more so, I would say I know conversational Spanish, but that was
Okay.
really that was really awesome. That was a really cool experience. I was working with an organization there, and we created a pretty much just a template based off of the American school system, and we reversed it for them, and it was really nice. The program isn't going on anymore just because it was kind of hard to retain those kids, just because it's not
Oh
like
yeah.
here where kids have a lot to get into. It's more so they literally are hungry and they just don't have the ability to focus in class. But while I was
Mm,
doing it, it was really rewarding. That was cool.
good. 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 I like that you say live your life and create memories, a special memory you may have, and you may occasionally reminisce on, is your experience participating on the Titan Games, which was hosted by Dwayne The Rock Johnson. So I know you're military, and I know training in the military was intense, and you are a fitness person. But how did you train for that TV show, and how how hard was it performed to do your best in front of an audience, a live audience?
Okay, so first, when I was first initially brought onto the show, I was probably not in the worst shape of my life, but I was not at the fitness level that I was at when I guess what the producers were looking at on why they wanted me on the show. So it was
Okay.
actually really difficult for me because I got into traveling. I started doing real estate. So I kind of got away from fitness at the level needed to win that show. So I personally don't think I did that well, but it was a really cool experience. But as far as the training, I kind of got into like a crash course training camp with my old
Okay.
coach because I have a background in powerlifting. And
Nice.
yeah, it didn't transfer well into the Titan games. That honestly, I would have needed a good 6 to 8 months to train for that. And I think I condensed it down in like a month and a half. So I just did a lot of functional training, a lot of it, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
push pull. But yeah, it was still a really dope experience. I'm super grateful for it. But I don't think
Nice.
that I was at the fitness level to compete at that time.
Okay. See, it's hard to, and not everyone realizes this, or perhaps they do. It's hard to maintain peak fitness at a peak fitness level for the extended period of time.